Ever think Switch games are just for grown gamers grinding boss fights? Turns out some of the best family fun lives right here. I'm Alice, and today we're counting down 25 kid-friendly picks worth your time. Grab a controller, get comfy, and let's dive into the list. Number 1 on this list has to be Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because honestly, nothing gets a living room this loud, this fast. Every track feels different, the items keep things unpredictable, and even a total beginner can win a race with a well-timed banana peel. If you are enjoying this countdown so far, go ahead and smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment telling me your favorite game on this list. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Back to the game though, the roster is packed with characters kids already recognize, and split screen mode means 4 players can race at once without anyone waiting their turn. It is chaotic, colorful, and honestly one of the easiest games to hand a kid and watch them smile. Game number 2 takes you across wildly different worlds, and every single one has its own personality. Odyssey lets Mario throw his hat to possess enemies and objects, which turns simple platforming into constant surprise. Kids love the moons scattered everywhere, since collecting them never really gets old. I still hunt for a few whenever I replay it, purely for fun. The visuals are bright, the music is catchy, and the difficulty stays gentle enough for younger players exploring freely. Third on the list is a slower kind of fun, and that is why it works so well. Animal Crossing New Horizons lets kids build a little island at their own pace, fishing, decorating, and chatting with animal neighbors who somehow feel like real friends. There is no pressure, no losing, just calm progress every day. My niece plays it before bed, and it relaxes her. With the newer Switch 2 edition adding visuals, this cozy classic feels fresher than ever now. Number 4 brings pure comfort food energy to the countdown. Kirby and the Forgotten Land lets the little pink hero inflate, suck up enemies, and copy their powers, which never stops being satisfying. The abandoned mall and theme park settings give it a strange, charming mood kids do not usually see elsewhere. Controls stay simple enough for beginners, but there is enough hidden stuff to keep older siblings searching too. It is easily one of the most charming platformers around. 5th place goes to a game that turns competitive shooting into something surprisingly wholesome. Splatoon 3 has kids splatting colorful ink instead of anything violent, which makes it an easy yes for most parents. The Squid Kid transformation and ink swimming give movement a bounce nothing else really matches. Matches stay short and easy to jump back into after school. I was skeptical at first, but the sheer style of this series won me over pretty quickly, honestly. Number 6 is basically digital building blocks with no real ceiling. Minecraft lets kids build castles, dig caves, and survive nights full of monsters, or just relax in creative mode with unlimited resources. Parents can turn off hostile mobs entirely for a gentler experience, which is a nice touch for younger players. The learning curve is real. Someone usually has to explain the basics first. Once it clicks though, this is the kind of game a kid plays for years. 7th on the countdown is Party Chaos done right. Super Mario Party Jamboree packs dozens of mini-games and boards perfect for family game night, with new modes that let up to 20 players through phone controllers. Nobody sits around bored waiting for a turn anymore, which used to be my biggest complaint about older entries. The mini-games range from quick reflex tests to goofy team challenges. It turns any living room into a genuinely competitive, laughter-filled evening fast. Number 8 is a gentle platformer that looks like it was cut from paper and glued together by hand. Yoshi Crafted World has a craft store charm running through every level, with double-sided stages that reward exploring twice over. It's forgiving enough for kids as young as 4 or 5, with a little help nearby. The visual style alone makes it worth a look. Honestly, one of the prettiest Switch games out there for younger players getting started. 9th on this list swaps platforming for ghost hunting, and it works surprisingly well for kids who like a little spooky fun. Luigi's Mansion 3 has players sucking up ghosts across a haunted hotel packed with clever puzzle rooms. The tone stays cartoonish rather than actually scary, so younger players usually handle it just fine. Co-op mode lets a second player control a goofy clone named Luigi. It is silly, clever, and underrated by a lot of people out there. 10th place belongs to a game that basically redefined open-world exploration for a whole generation of players. Breath of the Wild drops kids into a massive world with almost no hand-holding, letting them climb, cook, and solve shrines however they want. Freedom like this can feel overwhelming at first, but curious kids tend to thrive in it. I still remember getting lost for hours just wandering here. Older kids especially get pulled into this one for months. 11th on the countdown builds directly on that same world, just with new tricks layered in. Tears of the Kingdom adds building mechanics that let kids fuse random objects into weapons, vehicles, and honestly, ridiculous flying machines. The Sky Islands and underground caves double the amount of world to explore compared to before. It rewards creativity more than almost any other game on this list. Watching a kid invent something completely absurd and have it actually work never gets old. 12th place is the ultimate crossover brawler for kids who love a bit of friendly chaos. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate throws together nearly every Nintendo character imaginable into fast, colorful fights that are easy to learn but surprisingly deep. Items keep matches unpredictable, so a newer player can still land a lucky win against an older sibling. Local multiplayer with 4 players is where this game truly shines. It has genuinely become a staple at every family gathering I know. 13th on the list is a strategy game disguised as an adorable creature collecting adventure. Pikmin 4 has kids commanding tiny plant creatures to solve puzzles, battle bugs, and rescue stranded astronauts across a colorful alien world. The pacing stays relaxed. There was rarely any real pressure to rush through a day. Night expeditions add a bit of tension for older kids without ever tipping into anything scary. It is a criminally underrated series that deserves way more attention, honestly. 14th place is basically a rite of passage for young gamers everywhere. Pokémon Scarlet and Violet lets kids explore an open region, catch creatures, and build a team through gym challenges at their own pace. The open world structure means players can tackle gyms in whatever order feels right to them. Multiplayer trading and battling with friends adds a whole extra social layer on top. Every kid I know eventually goes through a Pokémon phase, and honestly, so did I. 15th on the countdown gets everyone up off the couch and moving. Just Dance 2026 turns the living room into a dance floor with a huge library of songs kids actually recognize from radio and social media. Motion controls track movement well enough that even shy kids usually loosen up after a song or two. It is one of the few games parents end up joining in too. Great for parties, rainy days, or just burning off extra energy fast. 16th place mixes beloved movie moments with brick-built humor kids cannot get enough of. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga lets players smash through 9 films worth of missions filled with jokes, puzzles, and satisfying destruction. Co-op play makes it easy for a parent and kid to team up through the whole galaxy together. The humor lands for adults just as often as it does for kids. It is a genuinely huge amount of content for one single game. 17th on the list turns kitchen chaos into a genuinely great co-op experience. Overcooked All You Can Eat has players chopping, cooking, and serving dishes under pressure while kitchens literally fall apart around them. It sounds stressful, and honestly it is, but in the fun, screaming, laughing kind of way. Communication becomes essential fast, which makes it a surprisingly good bonding exercise for siblings. Few games make cooperation feel this rewarding, or this hilariously chaotic when it inevitably falls apart. 18th place slows things right back down with farming, fishing, and small-town charm. Stardew Valley lets kids grow crops, raise animals, and build relationships with quirky townsfolk at whatever pace feels comfortable. There's no real fail state, just steady progress season after season. Older kids tend to get pulled into the deeper mining and crafting systems hiding underneath the cozy surface. It is a genuinely relaxing pick after a long day of louder, faster games on this list. 19th on the countdown is a quiet, emotional co-op platformer that sneaks up on you. Unravel 2 follows 2 small yarn creatures solving physics puzzles together across a 19th on the countdown is a quiet, emotional co-op platformer that sneaks up on you. Unravel 2 follows 2 small yarn creatures solving physics puzzles together across a beautifully drawn world. The visuals lean gentle and painterly rather than flashy, which gives it a calmer mood than most games here. Playing it with a kid teaches patience and teamwork without ever feeling like a lesson. It is short, sweet, and honestly stuck with me longer than I expected it to. 20th place follows a stray cat exploring a vibrant car-free city, and it is exactly as charming as that sounds. Little Kitty Big City has kids solving cute little tasks, meeting other animals, and causing harmless mischief around every corner. Controls are simple enough for a first-time gamer to pick up almost instantly. The whole tone stays gentle and silly rather than tense. Honestly, watching a cat knock things off shelves never gets old for anyone, kids included. 21st on the list brings gorgeous hand-drawn visuals paired with a brutally fun difficulty curve. Cuphead has kids battling wild boss after wild boss in a style pulled straight from old cartoons, learning patterns through trial and error along the way. It leans tougher than most games on this countdown, so it suits slightly older kids best. Co-op play softens the challenge nicely for 2 players working together. The art style alone makes every fight worth watching closely. 22nd place is a joyful return to classic side-scrolling with a few clever new tricks. Super Mario Bros. Wonder adds wonder flowers that twist each level into something genuinely unpredictable, from singing plants to melting platforms. Up to 4 players can hop in together, with a badge system letting kids adjust the difficulty to fit their skill. The creativity in level design here is honestly some of the best the series has ever managed to pull off, easily. 23rd on the countdown is a jungle platformer that looks stunning and plays even better. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze has tight controls paired with genuinely gorgeous stage design, from icy peaks to underwater ruins. It leans a bit tougher than the average kids game, so older children usually get the most out of it. Co-op with a second Kong along for the ride makes tricky sections far more manageable. Visually, it still holds up beautifully years later too. 24th place is built entirely around 2 players working together, and there is nothing else quite like it. It Takes Two has a couple turned into dolls, forced to cooperate through constantly shifting minigames and mechanics that never repeat. Every single chapter introduces something completely new, which keeps kids genuinely engaged from start to finish. It works best with a parent and kid tackling it side by side. Few co-op games feel this consistently inventive from start to end. 25th and last on the list is a platformer built almost entirely around style and rhythm. Rayman Legends has kids running, punching, and swinging through gorgeous levels set to music, with a few stages syncing platforming directly to the beat. 4-player co-op turns any run into joyful, slightly chaotic fun. The difficulty stays fair even when things get hectic on screen. It is a genuinely underrated gem and an easy, colorful way to close out this whole list.